is coming through. We're the largest producer of cassava in the world. A lot of our food export, we import quite a few things, rice, which we can grow, and you can see the policies have been trying to look at the import substitution and backward integration, so that we need to produce what we eat.
Okay. All right, thank you. We'll take another break and come back shortly to continue the conversation. Please don't go away.
Agriculture is an integral component of Nigeria's GDP, contributing about 23% to the statistics. Under the administration of President Goodluck Jonathan, the sector was given prominence through the supervision of the Portfolio Minister, Akinwumi Adesina. Experts allude to the impact of some of the policies that shaped the industry, with more of private sector participation.
The first thing I would say he did, and he did right, was the caliber of person he appointed as the Minister of Agriculture and the ministers of state that came. The drive of that particular individual brought leadership, brought focus, brought meaning. And he brought his international exposure to bear.
Today, cashew prices, price for cashew per ton is doing at a new all-time high of over 200,000 naira.
Improvements in fertilizer distribution, domestic consumption of cassava and rice cultivation are some of the milestone achievements of this administration. These efforts, amongst others, are rated above average.
We have always grown rice. What has happened is that our own grown rice has become more expensive. Well, it has a history which no longer exists, that our local rice has stone in it.
We will not be taken seriously if we say we are the biggest producer by a wide margin of cassava, and we cannot convert it into industrial starch, into industrial powder for pharmaceuticals, for other aspects of the manufacturing world.
What the agricultural transformation agenda also did, that I like so well, is the e-wallet. The farmer is given seed to go and plant, fertilizer, other inputs.
The administration also attempted to revive a defunct commodities exchange, but this could not be realized.
It's absolutely vital, but it's premature today to put that as a top priority of government. It's something that we need to work towards, because you need to have silos, you need to have, the value chain needs to be fixed.
Infrastructure is such that, those that are producing have access to meet the market demands as and when due, and do not have to lose so much along the line.
Through this administration's strategic grains reserve program, Nigeria now has 33 silo complexes with 1.3 million metric tons capacity. With more windows of improvement in the sector, it appears the incoming administration has a foundation to build on. Temple Ashaju, Channels Television News.
Welcome back. We're still talking and building up to the inauguration on May the 29th. It began with that whistle by INEC, but now the excitement is getting to a climax. What's tomorrow going to be like? Some say it's history already being made evident. All right, but here in the studio, we've been talking the economy, we've talked about the debt profile, the debt situation, and some of our guests here, the economists we have in the studio, say don't go looking backwards. It's better to grow out of the debt situation of where you found yourself. How to grow out of it is what we're going to be looking at now. You saw the report on the agricultural sector. What's going to happen beyond today? We've since been joined by a farmer, Mr. Femi Oke, who's the chairman of All Farmers Association of Nigeria, Lagos State Chapter. Mr. Femi Oke, thank you for joining us.
How are you, bro?
Yeah. The current Minister of Agriculture has always sang this song about how much investment is going to the agricultural sector, the policy change, the things that government is doing to ensure that the farmers in Nigeria have better opportunities to carry out their profession. But tell us, what's your experience been like?
Well, let's give thanks to Dr. Adewumi Adesina. He has done his best. As far as we are concerned in the farmers circle, we couldn't enjoy all the benefit of which we are thinking about. It's just on the paperwork. We that are the grassroots farmers, we've been not enjoying all this exercise of which government is saying they are doing, especially when you go into the farmland. We are just hearing the billions over there, and the grant is not going, we are not enjoying the financial aspect of it. But all what he did was very good, at least during his tenure, and he has done his best. I mean, the Honorable Minister, the outgoing one now, Honorable Adeshino.
What do you think about rice importation and, say, tomato paste importation into Nigeria? Has it been encouraging for you? Because we have information already that the incoming administration led by General Muhammadu Buhari says that he will stop rice importation totally and tomato. Do you think this incentive will help to shore that up for Nigerians?
Yes, if it's being banned, it will even help us, we farmers. Because the amount they are spending on the production of rice is too much, and we are growing rice almost everywhere now. Go to east, the rice is going there. Come to southwest, and the other even in the but if you look at the amount they are spending in the rice importation, is very, very enormous. That you cannot even do. So let us encourage our grassroots farmers, and even we'll be very happy if all this importation is being banned, because it will make all these our youth and other people to even go into farming. How many of us can even use bulldozer, especially those of us that are in the southwest? Our lands here are thick forest. You cannot just bring in a tractor now to a forest and say you want to plow.
But in the northern part of the country, they have mechanized agriculture there.
Well, that is from the GDP, as they were saying, it's about 10%. Are they even using it? Are we seeing it?
This is
no.
This is very passionate for the.
So
let me come to Bismarck.
We are not
you can see how passionate he is about this. He's not getting his values worth. It's clearly from his expressions. How do we coordinate and build up a structure that allows the farmers to have maybe better yield, by and large, have a more technologically driven concepts that can sustain and give more food security to Nigerians and even the whole of Africa?
Well, first and foremost, there's a massive amount of investment in agriculture, but it is not done efficiently. So like I said earlier on, there's a lot of waste. So what you need to do is actually invest in the entire value chain. There's a value chain that goes all the way from you have arable land, cultivatable land, improved seedlings, good use of fertilizer, storage, transportation, payment system, processing and packaging, and finally route to the market. So it's a whole value chain, and there's no silver bullet or magic wand. It's a process that goes on and on and on. And what you are seeing is a level of awareness. Ivory Coast, 3 days ago, opened the first chocolate making factory in sub-Saharan Africa. Ivory Coast is the largest producer of cocoa in the world, 1.7 million metric tons. Nigeria produces only 250,000 metric tons. Now, but the factory they set up uses only 10,000 tons out of the 1.9 million. But that's the beginning of first step, so that you can, if you grow cocoa, make the cocoa paste, make the chocolates, you actually keep almost 80% of the revenues from the entire process. Right now, just growing cocoa and exporting it, you get about 25%. So that is the first thing. So how do you improve the use of the agricultural output so that the farmers and the processors, packaging and all of that, it's fully integrated, good linkages, and they get more of the money rather than what is being done now, which is inefficient and wasted. I think that's the key issue to it.
Mr. Adebayo, you talked about, before we went on that break, you talked about we need to grow our food. Now, that's a farmer sitting beside you who's been growing his food. And you talked about the fact that they still have challenges. How would that work out in terms of managing the economy now?
Well, one of the first things I asked when I came on this program was that, do you believe that the glass is half empty or half full? And what is your perception of the Nigerian economy. The question